Okay. Hey guys, welcome aboard. I'm just going to let everyone know we're starting and then we're going to go ahead. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching on TradingView, do the same thing. Underneath this video is a link to get on board my academy. I'm going to move the stream out of the way while I just let everyone know within all my channels, email, Discord, etc. I'm sure many of you have got questions that you'd like to ask. So, yeah, I'll take 30 seconds just to do that. And then what we'll do is we'll just get straight into it. It's Thursday, the 12th of October today. And markets have moved a lot, especially gold. I know lots of people have been watching me in regards to gold. Obviously, I called it down here. Many of you took it, and you're long for profit. So a really nice trade there. It's come straight to target here, in line with that new early resistance. And of course, your bias needs to start to change. So we're going to go over that just momentarily. If you are not yet in my academy, I'm running a promo at the moment. You get 5 months of mentoring with your access. So for 5 months, you can ask me whatever you want. It's completely free. Normally, I would charge a lot of money to do that. But I like having people on board. I like building the academy, having more members. So that's why I've done that. And a lot of people will not give you that. A lot of people just dump you on the doorstep. And it's not too good to see. So I'm going to let everyone know we're going ahead. Normally I'd start that 20 minutes later than I am, to be honest. But nonetheless, let's go for it and see where we get. So I'm just going to hit send, and then I think we're ready to go. Normally I do this a little bit later when I'm on these streams because I haven't yet told everyone. I've only just started it myself. So let's go forth. I think we're set. I think that's everyone notified. I've got the stream up. If you're just coming in, just quickly put a question in here. Okay, we've got CPI data today in the US, consumer price index, food and energy month on month and year on year, and consumer price index basic. Press the like. The like is there to be pressed. If you can press a boost, that'd be great. If you can write a comment or a question or say hello, put it in there. And if you're serious about trading, get my free training there, like or follow me on all these platforms. And you'll probably learn a lot because I post every day and I trade every day myself and I teach people every day. So I look forward to seeing you on there. And let's get on with it. So welcome, if you don't know me, I'm Will Sebastian. I'm the founder of Be Profitable Trading Academy. I teach people all over the world how to day trade, intraday trade, swing trade, and invest their money. And I also day trade myself as a multi-asset day trader. So gold is great at the moment. Many of you who know me or follow me or in my academy will know I told you this was going to be a long zone. Said it for ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. I went on and on and on and on and on and on, and it just smacked onto this key 200 MA. Absolutely no shock, and then it bounces straight back up, and you get this enormous full-bodied green candle. But the party's not over. Um, I don't just stop trading things as soon as this happens. I want to continue with it. Like I said, it was long because you've got various levels of support all the way to the left. And that's why it's so key to leave your entries until the right moment. Okay, and use DCA because you're never going to pick everything exactly where you want it to go. You're just not going to do it. I writ that in my new series for my academy members, my paid members. If you haven't seen that and you are a paid member in here, just go into the members area. It's my 10 rules for trading correctly. I've listed all of them and the whys, hows, and wheres. If you're stuck with it, of course, you know where I am. If you're a brand new Academy member who's just paid to get on board, I had someone last night. Don't forget to go through everything and ask me questions as you go so I can get you up to speed as fast as I can. So long entries, if you took them long on gold, you should be out. You've had one, two, three, four, five candles almost straight up. You are now banging into your earliest moving average, your 20 MA. Okay, very significant within a strong running downtrend market. Um, that is exactly what you've had. Just look, okay? You've had this down and down and down and down and down and down and down, and you're hitting on your earliest MA. So this, okay, and this are your new reference points in the same way you use these for long reference points, okay? Now, I would like it short now, okay, and I would like it short because, like I said, you're coming back to your earliest moving average. You've had 5 green candles in a row, okay, or $60, $70 of up move, and you're now coming to your earliest moving, your earliest resistance. So you have to ask yourself, if you're holding this long and you won't exit, you refuse to exit, you just won't do it, when's it going to be? And what do you think other traders are doing? More importantly, what do you think other traders are doing in the market now? Do you think they're going to hold their longs if they're professionals? Do you think they're really interested in holding their longs? Because remember, like I wrote in my latest piece, if you're holding longs into a short zone, okay, how does it make sense? Right? If you won't exit a trade, you're buying. You are a buyer. You're standing there, your hand in your ticket going, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy. You're a buyer. All right. So how does it make sense to be a buyer in a sell area? Okay. So just remember that if you're not exiting along or you're not willing to exit along, you are effectively buying the market and you're doing it into somewhere where people are selling it. Professionals, because they know it's a short zone. By the way, if you're just coming in, do press the boost button. I'll refresh it in a sec. Smash the boost button now if you can. It puts me up the ranks. People see this and they know it's good content. Please do ask a question as well. There's a chat box right here. If you're watching it on YouTube, put it in the comments. I'm sure lots of people will see it on there. But if you can type your question, that'd be fantastic. If you can press the boost, it'd be fantastic. And of course, if you want to get my free training, it's underneath. So press the like, ask the questions, and we can get a really good stream going. So 5 green up candles, you should be out. You're out and you should be short. As soon as you exit along, again, similarly, if you're holding along, you're a buyer, effectively. People don't realize that. If you exit along, you're now a seller. Okay, your buyer swaps from being a buyer to being a seller. And that is the point we're at. So if you feel like exiting after 5 days of up move, then you're on the right side of the market, in my opinion, because you're trading within the downtrend. You've got your up move, you've got the money, get it, and I would look to continue further, at least until here first. I would set an earlier exit, because if you do end up getting up here eventually, which wouldn't shock me either, in line with your downtrend, then you can reshort. So that would be a DCA entry zone, but that's for another time. Basically, if you took it long, in line with what we looked at before for weeks, you were right. Get out of it now. Flip short because it's likely the market's going to slow at this key MA. If it gets shoved along with CPI data, even better. Silver is exactly the same. Okay, this was a long. This is new resistance. And it's all there for the taking to the short side. So silver, gold, your metals, they're short, in my opinion. Now we move on to, I won't do pound dollar and euro dollar yet. If anyone's got a question, like I said, ask it. Okay, you won't know the answer unless you type it and ask me something. Okay, so don't hold your silence. New Zealand dollar dollar. Well, on your daily, you've come up, you've trickled back. This is going to be your support. So I reckon on the daily, you'll get a slight move up. If you switch to the weekly, though, you can see that you're not really got anything great. So you wouldn't be shocked if in the longer term you come down here and then here. So if you're intraday / near term trading anything like the New Zealand dollar, it's okay at the moment. I think you might get an intraday long with an exit. on that early support, which you can see. Same with your or dollar, struggling to push down because of all of this. And then you might get a very near-term trade. In either case, I don't really like these pairs to take long just because they don't look very good. That looks very weak. You could short, but I would only do it very lightly, and I would only do it on a radical push. If it pushes up really quickly, take the impulse and get short. I think ultimately, though, you're going to come down here in line with this previous low. Again, price action rules the market. The history in the market repeats itself for a reason. Okay, and there you are. And we've had a question at last. At last, Together Trading. I've seen you a few times. Welcome. Check the NASDAQ. I will. If you can press the boost as well, that'd be fantastic. Or the like on YouTube. So I did a post on the US 100 very recently. It's on my profile. You are correct. Yes, I like it short as well. I am short all indexes. The FTSE, the Australian 200, the CAC 40, and the FTSE I'm further short up here. Just going back though to what was asked. Sorry, it's a bit of a deviation. It's short. Absolutely, Together Trading, you're correct. I don't think you're in my academy, but you've got the right idea. Yeah, so you've moved up, and yes, absolutely, I agree. You're in line with your newfound downtrend. It started in July. We're now, of course, in October. It's gone on for almost 3 months. And I would like it to continue ideally like this. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if that happens. I don't think there's a lot of strength in US in these index markets. For that reason, I mean, similarly to gold, if you took it long there, great. Took it long there, great. But you've had 5, 6, 7 candles up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th candle today. Would be ideal if your CPI news pulls you down, but nonetheless, you're absolutely right. That is a short, and it's a good short. Not amazing, but it's ideal. If you zoom out on your daily, it tells you a lot because this is a little bit steeper, but it's slightly similar to that. Okay, or this. Sometimes the market falls, but it does it slowly because there isn't this amazing reason why just yet it starts to fall dramatically. You haven't had that. You haven't had key news telling you that. So it looks a bit like this. Now you can actually see that preceding the fall, this movement, like I said, is very similar to that. It's not always going to happen in one day. Ultimately, you get something like this, like that, on the end of the somewhat sideways movement. Okay. Oh, you have to excuse me there. Must be the dust. But yeah, so you've got slanting down moves. It's quite similar to what you got now, and then ultimately the market just comes down and comes through, doesn't it? Okay. So just be wary of that. The market isn't always going to look how you want, but it's very similar to what it looks like now. So absolutely, that's a short, and I'm short all indexes as well. It's probably worth just looking at the S&P E-mini futures. I really like this short. I did a post on it, but I really like this short. It's right slap bang in all of those moving averages. All of them are coming together. It's brilliant. That was your long zone. Again, you're short. Okay, but like I said on my post, if you're drawing a trend line like that, and then you're saying, well, I'm not going to sell it unless it gets up there, that is just false. Because it might be the case that it's a new steep downtrend, you see. Now, the reason why I like computers drawing my downtrends and my trend lines is because they don't make mistakes. Okay, they always draw it right. But it may be the case that that is your new trend. Okay, doesn't have to look exactly as you want it all the time, and it won't look like that. Okay, So if it turns out that's the case, which it very may well be, you would then be looking for the other side of it down here, okay, which would be a very steep fall, probably looking like that, something like that. Probably a bit later than the 27th of October, but you get the idea. Nonetheless, I really like it short. It's a great level via your key MAs. They're all coming together except for your 200. It's a good pullback. It's a downtrend. And similarly to what I just said about the other chart, it's not always just going to be one steep fall immediately. It takes time for these things to happen. Okay? Just remember that. So short S&P, short US 100, short the FTSE, short the CAC 40, short the AUS 200, short the DAX, short I think the Canada 60, all indices I'm sure. Not all at once and all with varying sizes. Your euro dollar, I have got shorts here. You've come past your 20 MA, you've got your 40 now. Your 40 is curling over, okay? And 106.8 is probably going to be ideal for your shorts. Many of you will use them as hedges if you're in my academy. That's where I like it short. I think you'll get up there. If you get that on news today, CPI data is an impulse move, a very quick up move, then I would definitely enjoy shorting that. Just comes in line with former resistance and again within this steep downtrend. Okay, a very steep downtrend. You haven't had this many green candles in the row for a long time. Therefore, that's where my short bias comes from. Pound dollar is the same. I think there's a good chance this 40 MA will curl over as well. And you will get another chance to get short within this long-term downtrend right there. So the short zone 12375 on the pound dollar. Short zone for me 1068 on the euro dollar. US oil. I called it long previously there. I still think it will go higher, but I'm not convinced by the tech factors. Really, I think you'll probably get up here today. If you get to 84.90, it might be wise to exit. If you're going to rebuy it, I'd probably like it slightly lower. I just don't like the unclarity on this. It's a bit murky for me. But under that low, $80 or so, you could look to rebuy. You've had one bounce already, but I don't think you're going to get it, particularly now, or at least I just don't like the price action. It's a big gap there. You may struggle. Anything higher, I would only lightly short it. You don't know where it's going to go with all this news with the Israel-Hamas conflict. You don't know what it's going to do. It's the Middle East. It's where a lot of oil comes from, believe it or not. So just be careful if you're going to trade oil. Just do it very lightly. So we've done indices, we've done oil, FX pairs. Has anyone got any questions regarding any pairs they want to look at all? Well, remember, we've got CPI data. Okay, it could be quite prolific today. You could see a lot happen. It's all about inflation. Pound order like it short, just briefly. Euro order like it short. Euro New Zealand short. Pound New Zealand, it's all short. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if they get higher, but an intraday short is applicable. Your yens, euro yen or yen cad yen, they're all shorts. Or you shouldn't be buying any of them at least, especially your Swiss yen. Don't buy that. It's a really short, but just do it carefully. If you're trying to control your drawdown and you don't have risk rules, it's going to be very hard. I'll tell you that much. So there's a lot of people in here. If you haven't already, please do press the boost. I'm going to give a second for any questions. If not, we'll just kill it there. I have gone over a lot, I believe. And like I said, if you're someone who wants to come on board and start trading properly, this will get you my free training. As soon as you've got my free training, it's going to prompt you to a page to get on board. At the moment, I'm offering 5 months mentoring free as a bonus if you're on board today. Um, so yeah, Atir, great to see you as well. Cloudy in Belgium, perhaps it's very cloudy here, very dark this morning. I much prefer it when it's warmer, but it's going to just get worse here, I think, in terms of weather. But I have to see what happens. But yeah, if you're coming in, if you don't have any questions, then I'll probably kill it off. We've gone over quite a lot. Some of you have just come in, so you maybe rewind it. But yeah, I mean, yen's short, gold and silver are short. Dollar pairs, I would probably just hold off your New Zealand and AUD. I would look short higher on your pound dollar, euro dollar. All the yens are short. Oil, I would only long lower. DAX is short. All indices I'm short on. FTSE, AUS 200, etc. AUD pairs, New Zealand pairs, I'm also short. So if there's no questions, I can't see anything at the moment. There is quite a few people in here. I will just give it a minute. Just got a member correcting me kindly. It's always helpful. But yeah, there's loads of guys in here. Someone must have a question. I have gone over practically all charts. If you're looking at the dollar Swiss, it might be worth mentioning that is reasonable for a long. Okay, you're coming back to quite a lot of support areas. You've got a newfound uptrend. I did call this long a while back. I said be very cautious, but yes, you may get long in line with this, that, and that. And of course, that's exactly what's occurred. Okay, so that's your dip on your weekly and daily. Okay, I should think you may get a move up 907 area or so. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't get married to the idea if you have to hit these moving averages exactly where you want them. Sometimes you just won't. Okay, it doesn't matter. The reason why I'm using moving averages is to gauge market value and gauge the validity of the price. Like if you look out the window now, like Atir says in the chat box about Belgium being cloudy. I'm sure if you turned on the news, there'd be a lovely news lady who's talking about the weather saying, oh, it's above average for this time of year. Oh, it's below average for this time of year. It's the same reason why I'm using the MAs. The price is either above or below the average. When it's below the average, it's low. When it's above the average, it tends to be high. Okay? So your dollar Swiss can be called a low price because it's below the moving averages. Therefore, for the periods we've picked, in the last 200 candles, it doesn't matter. Anything before the last 200 doesn't really matter. The fact is, we're taking 200 candles, we're below the last 200 candles. Therefore, on average, for the last 200 candles, we are below average, hence the price comes along. Can I review the Swiss yen? I can, Philip. Philip in the chat box as an Academy member. Good question. If it's more specific to my method, I'll get with you on DM. It is still a short. It's as short as it's been for the whole time. I'm sure you would have been hedging it to the long side because you've had an awful long time to do that. Okay, you've had this, 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 and that. I was long all of these times, and on that, and on that, and you've got a chance here to reduce and get rid of a short if you had it, and we're just back up now. If you're going to short it again, it's very light, but nonetheless, it does remain a short trade. Yeah, just be wary because when you get dips on the price, you can hedge. Just be very careful doing it and only do it if you can get daily support, at least. I have reviewed gold. As you're an Academy member, I'll go back over it. I don't mind doing that. It's a short. As I was saying at the start of the stream, you've come to your earliest moving average. You're well within a downtrend now. Okay, you want to swim with the tide, get short. All right, there you are. So yeah, I mean, there's still tons of people in here. There's absolutely loads of people in here. If you haven't pressed the boost, smash the boost now, ask me a question. Okay, press the boost, ask something, and I can help you out. There's a lot of people in here now, and I'm sure someone has a question. We've already had quite a few questions. Um, just for those who are wondering, I am going to short the FTSE again. I'm going to do it just over 7,700, and I'm well within my risk management limits to do that. It's in line with this and that. In other words, where the market has previously shown rejection. But you have to do it in the right size. As all my Academy members know, trading is all about risk management and what to do when things aren't the way you want them. If you can't do that and you have absolutely no idea what you're doing and you're losing money, you don't know how to change your sizes, you don't know how to manage drawdowns, set limits, then you're going to struggle. Lorian, welcome. Australia. Wow, I've got lots of Australian members. I think you were going to get on board the other day, but I don't think you did in the end. If you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm fully open to them, whatever it needs to be. I've got a lot of Australian members, so that's cool. It's good to have you on. I've got people from all over Australia now. There tends to be a lot of Australians on TradingView, which is quite interesting. I've just done a post on the Oars 200 as well, if it's of interest. So, yeah, short FTSE 7706. But yeah, I mean, I've covered practically everything, I believe. There's still a lot of people in here. I'll give another minute for a question or questions. If there isn't any, then I'll just kill the stream and we'll get ready for CPI. Tier, I see. I'm not sure if your name is a shorthand or a nickname. You have to let me know. I don't think um, I don't think I recognise your name as a tier in my academy, so you'll have to let me know. What broker do you use in Belgium? I'm not from Belgium. Been there many times, but I mean, you could probably use something like FX Choice 8 Cap. I've reviewed plenty of them. That is just a question in the chat box. What broker do you use in Belgium? So anyhow, if you're serious about trading, remember you can get on board, get me on Discord, or check your email if you've got my free training. If you don't make a change, nothing will change, and you'll struggle. Rita, yes, excellent. I've got it. I see it's your name backwards. Excellent. So great. Rita is also a member. I've been trying to get hold of you, Rita. If you are on Discord, I know you're a paid member. I've sent you a message on email, but if you want to ask me anything directly, because you've paid me, go on the Discord below and send me a message or tell me your username, because then I can help you out if you've got any questions anytime, not just on the streams, anytime. So if you can do that, please do it. I'm sorry, I didn't realise. I should have worked that out. But yeah. Okay. I thought Atir was like a man's name, but obviously it's Rita, just backwards. So yeah, can I run over the S&P? I did do that. Yes, I can do that, Rita. I will. Also on the email I'll send you is the Discord link, so you can DM me. Someone, Philip is also a member. Bartle, S&P. I did do it, so I'll do it very briefly again. But then I think that'll probably be it. Rita, I'll get to you on email. I'll send it to you, and you can come and ask me whatever you need. Now you're on board. If you're not on board, I'm running a promo today. You get 5 months of mentoring for free. You can ask me whatever you want for 5 months directly on Discord, and I can help you anytime. If you don't make a change, you can only sit here, watch my free content, get nowhere because you're just trying to guess what I'm doing, and it won't work very well. I do often mention where I think the market's going to go, but if you don't have the same plans as me, it becomes impossible to simply copy because it just does not work. Your ellipses won't be the same, your entries won't be the same, your sizes aren't the same, and most importantly, you don't know how to change your risk once the market develops, which is a constant changing process and why I teach people. And that's why signals don't work, because the market changes all the time. Nana Sophia, great. I can see you follow me a lot. Just go under the description here. Free training is there. and then you can follow my emails and my trading plans, things like that, of course. Philip, Academy member asks, can I go over the S&P again? The S&P is a short in line with the continued downtrend, which you can see like this. If you're someone who's looking at this and thinking the downtrend is like that, it may turn out that way, but just be aware it could be a rather steep one, and it could be in the way I've drawn it now. If you're looking alongside that, you would I think it's best, like I drew it before, with a little channel. Okay, it would look something like this, and your new long would be down here. But you don't need to worry about that at the moment. The simple fact is that it's short in line with these key MAs and in line with that stock oscillator. So the S&P is short. So I've gone over a lot. Lorian, if you do have any more questions, just ask me. That's fine. I know you were asking me things before. Rita, I'll get you an email, and make sure you come to Discord and ask me questions, because you paid me for it. There's no good just sitting on the streams only when you can learn more. Follow me on TradingView. Go on my YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. I've covered loads today. If you've got any follow-up questions, let me know. And as always, if you want to change your trading, you've got to make a change. Go under the stream, the link's there. Thanks for coming, guys. And thanks to all my Academy members for coming as well and asking questions. I'll see you in the next one. See you there.